Hello and welcome back to another video. In today's video I wanted to share with you guys how to get to all the divine towers that are in the game. And these divine towers allow you to use the boss great runes, which do certain things depending which you have equipped. As long as you have activated a rune arc, the effects of the great rune will activate. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like and subscribe for more content like this. So to start, we're going to start with the Divine Tower of Limgrave, which is Godric's Great Rune Divine Tower. And it's located right here on the map. So we're going to start in the lift side chamber, because many people probably don't even have the grace over there. So I'm going to show you guys how to get there from here. So if you just follow me along in the video, you'll be able to get there. I will put timestamps in the video for every Divine Tower, in case you are looking for a specific one. Be careful when running down here. There's a lot of ballistas and there's a lot of arrows shooting at you, or flamethrowers. So right when you get down the two flights of stairs, you're going to hit straight left. Usually there's a wolf, big lion thing right there that can attack you and one-shot you. But if you just keep running, you'll be able to run right past it. And you can proceed up here, and there's going to be a grace you can hit right here. So that way you'll be right here on the map, and you just keep going straight. These giants, they do wake up. So there's 3 of them, I believe. So they do wake up, and they will start. There is an archer one down there, and there's 2 axe ones right here. So if you just keep going forward, you can avoid the axe ones. And this one's kind of easy to predict, even though it looks sideways. I said he's easy to predict and he hits me. So if you just keep running forward, you're going to see a teleporter right there. And once you go to this teleporter, you're going to go straight forward. You're going to see this giant door. And through this giant door is going to be an elevator that takes 3 hours to get up. I'm going to skip all the elevator parts and just go straight to the top. You know, for fun, I'm going to put a timer on, see how long it takes me to reach the top. Alright, so once you reach the top, you're going to go forward. You're going to see this grace. You can hit that grace if you want and proceed up. I should note that you have to beat the corresponding bosses in order to get up here, otherwise the doors will not open. So once you see, you're going to see 2 dead fingers, and in between those 2 dead fingers is going to be a circle. You're just going to touch the circle and it's going to give you Godric's Great Rune. Now with this Great Rune, you're going to go back to the grace. And when you go back to the grace, you're going to go down to Great Runes, and you're going to see now you have Godric's Great Rune available. And you just equip that. It says Godric's Great Rune raises all attributes. And then make sure you guys are using your rune arcs in order to activate your Great Rune. Otherwise, your Great Rune will not light up in the top left corner, and your corresponding effect will not be active. On to the next one. Alright, for the second Divine Tower, we're going to be looking at Divine Tower of Caelid. And this is for Rodan's Great Rune. And this is located, we're going to start in Dragon Barrel West in the upper half of Caelid. So we're going to start here and we're going to run directly up here. So this is where the Divine Tower would be. So I'm going to show you guys how to get up there. Okay, so I will say if this is your first time climbing this, I would watch this video, at least this part, very carefully, because this tower has many different sides, many different ways to go, and it is one of the uniquer towers to climb. So you just make sure you follow this video and my movements exactly to get to where we need to go. All right, so once you do that little bit of platforming, you're going to end up on this ladder, on this little ledge. You're going to climb this ladder. You're going to keep proceeding right here. And right here is going to be a grace. You're going to hit that grace. And if you go down towards this way will be a whole nother different area where you descend the tower as opposed to ascend. And down there is a great sword and a boss down there. So I made another video leading to that. So if you want to see what's down there, you can check out that video. But for right now, we're going to go right and we're going to go up the stairs. And again, this door will not be open if you have not beat Rodan. So you see the elevator's up. So we're going to take this elevator up to the top. So once you're at the top, it's basically similar to the Godric rune. You're going to go straight right. Beautiful, beautiful view from up here like usual. You're going to go straight right. Go up. And it's the same thing. You're going to see two fingers. And in between those two fingers is going to be Radan's Great Rune. And I'll show you what his Great Rune does. Okay, so Radan's Great Rune raises maximum HP, FP, and stamina. So it's kind of similar to Godric's, where Godric raises all the attributes. This one specifically does HP, FP, and stamina. So it's, you know, it's alright. I just prefer Godric's when I'm doing PvE. Alright, so let's go to the next one. Alright, for the third tower, you're looking at the Divine Tower of Liurnia. Now, this one's a little more confusing to get into. This one, you have to have a certain amount of stuff. So, to start, you have to get to the study hall entrance for the Carrion Study Hall, located right here. And when you get here, you're going to see a podium with nothing there, no statue there, right? In order to get this statue, what this statue does is it flips this area upside down. And in order to get this statue, you have to get the weapon or item called the Finger Slayer Blade, which is located around this area, the Night Sacred Ground, over here in the underground Sophia area. I just remember it's located by a massive statue, I think, like a skeleton statue at his feet. And with that, you're going to bring it back to Ronnie. And when you give it back to Ronnie, it's part of her quest line. And she'll give you the Carrion Inverted Statue, which allows you to invert this area. So that way, when it's inverted, you can go underneath or up top, whatever you want to call it. And you'll be able to get to the Divine Tower from there. So if you just follow me, my movements from here, you'll be able to get there. Alright, so as you descend, you're just going to get to this podium area. Now when this elevator brings you down, you're going to be able to go over here. Okay, so once you go through that door, you're going to see a grace right here. And you're going to go proceed forward. Usually there's a Godskin noble here. And you're going to have to kill that in order to proceed forward. Or you could just run past it, I guess. And you're going to walk across this bridge. Alright, so once you're at the top of this tower, you hit the grace right there. You're going to go to the right again, like usual. The only thing unique about this tower, when you're at the top of it, instead of there being a great rune, there's going to be a cursed mark of death key item, which is used to progress the Ronnie storyline even further. Okay, so for the fourth tower, we're going to be looking at the Divine Tower of East Atlas. And in this tower is where you restore two runes. It's like Mogs and Morgs. And to get here, we're going to start at the Forbidden Lands. You could also start like in one of these areas. When you go up, all you see is this bridge. You're going to be running across this bridge. And usually you go left to go down to the Forbidden Lands, which is over here. But instead of going down the elevator, we're going to go to the right along this road. And I'll show you guys how to get there from here. It's basically just going backwards. So you're going to go back here, take the lift back up. Okay, so once you're back up the lift, usually you'd come from that way and you go down the lift to go to the Forbidden Lands. But if you proceed this way you're going to be able to get, it's going to be called the Capital Outskirts, but you're going to be looking at the Divine Tower right here. And like usual, just go straight and you'll end up at the Divine Tower door. Now, I don't know if you have to kill both Moog and Morg, or you can kill one or the other in order to open the doors. So I wouldn't be able to give you that information. So like I said, once you go up to the top, it's, you know, like normal. You're going to go up to the top. You're going to see, well, this one has two. But you're going to see this thing. This is what it looks like. You're going to hit Restore Great Rune. And you're going to be able to get the corresponding one's Great Rune. So I guess you can open it with one. I must have opened it previously and I just couldn't remember. So anyways, they'll show you what they do. Morgoth's greatly raises maximum HP. Okay, and Moog's Great Rune grants a blessing of blood to phantoms. It doesn't really elaborate on what that is, at least on this page, but I can tell you a little bit about what it does. It's useless in PvE. I would not equip it and use this in PvE. What this does is, unless actually you're summoning a lot, sorry. If you're using a lot of summons, like Spirit Ashes and stuff like that, what it does is it gives them, anytime they kill something, it heals you by 10% of your maximum HP. And it does indeed stack with other lifesteal stuff. So if you invade somebody and one of the NPCs kills an enemy or kills, you know, somebody else, you do gain 10% HP. And same thing with Spirit Ashes in PvE. It is not, to me, not the best one. I still always think Godric's is the best one because it raises all attributes. But that's up to you. Everybody, every user's different. Everybody's different. So on to the next one. Okay, so for the fifth Divine Tower, you're going to be looking at the Divine Tower of West Atlas. And now to get to this one, you're going to be looking at right here in Lindell. Wow. Right here in Lindell, you're going to be looking at the Sealed Tunnel. Now to get here, you're going to start here. You're going to run all the way across there, down this little area into this water, and run up to this secret sealed area. And one inside here, you're going to hit this grace and proceed through this cave till you end up all the way over to here. And in this cave, you're going to fight one boss, Onyx Lord. And then right past it, you're going to be able to get to the Divine Tower. I'll show you guys here. All right, once you proceed through the cave, you're going to go to here on these tree limbs and just make sure you fall down on top of them or have enough vigor to live. And right in that room, so you're going to see this should be an illusionary wall. Right here will be the divine boss. And instead of hitting this, you don't want to hit this. You want to proceed forward through this. Actually, this is the invisible wall. You're going to proceed forward and you're going to see the divine tower right here. And this is for Rykard's Great Rune, and you have to defeat Rykard in order to get through the doors. So similar as before, when you go up, you're going to take a right, you're going to go to the 2 fingers, and restore his Great Rune. Now what Rykard's Great Rune does is restores HP upon defeating enemies. Now this is a good one for PvE. You get a lot of, well, you don't get a lot, but you do get a decent amount back. And it is very helpful in tight situations where you're fighting a lot of enemies. Like I always say, I still prefer the Godric's Great Rune because it increases all stats. So let's go to the last Divine Tower. Alright, and for the 6th and final Divine Tower, you're going to be looking at the Isolated Divine Tower. And this is for Millennia's Great Rune to restore that. And there's 2 ways to get in there. So the first way, you're going to be looking at that chest all the way down south. Right here in the Tower of Return. You can start at the Isolated Merchant Shack and make your way up here. You climb the tower, and at the top of the tower, there's a chest that will take you to the teleporter right in front of it. The second way would be before the city turns to ash. You make your way through the city to this area. There's an area that resembles the Round Table Hold, and you're going to go through an elevator in there, which will take you right here. You're going to proceed forward, and the elevator will take you up, proceed forward, you hit the grace, and right here will be the teleporter. We're going to do the Tower of Return one because my city is, like I said, ash, so I will not be able to access the other way. If you can still get it the other way, please somebody comment that and let me know. So what you're going to do is you're just going to go southeast from here, or from the Merchant's Grace. You're going to see the tower right there. There's going to be a bunch of footmen there. You just run right past them, start climbing. It's going to be 3 ladders. You're just going to climb up them. Take an arrow to the knee. Now at the top, you're going to see a ballista guy. You can kill him. And this is the chest that I was talking about. Once you open this chest, you're going to be caught in that snare, which will teleport you. Now, if you move from the chest, you won't be teleported. So just make sure when you open it, you stand still. You can still get hit by people, so you could probably kill them. And then it's going to bring you right here. So this is the lift I was talking about. See, I can't bring it back down. I can't, or up at least. So down there, you would be going up to here. You go right here and you just go forward. Make sure you smack that grace along the way. This enemy will wake up, this golem. So if you just run directly to the left, there's going to be a little teleporter right here. You're just going to hit this teleporter. And it's going to bring you to right here to the Isolated Divine Tower. And like usual, you're just going to go all the way to the top. Now I will say, on top of these Divine Towers is really nice views. I do like seeing this one. It looks pretty insane. That's Farum Azula or whatever. That isolated place. And it just looks insane from this angle. So now let me show you guys what Millennia's Great Rune does. Alright, so Millennia's Great Rune attacks recover HP after damage is taken. And this basically turns the game into Bloodborne. So you'll get damaged and you'll be able to attack and heal some damage back. So that's how you get to all the top of the Divine Towers and all the great runes that you get from doing them. Now I noticed there is another bottom slot, another 6 underneath there. I have no idea what it's about. If you do, please leave a comment down below. And somebody also did say that all the Divine Towers are in like an octagon. So they're all around like a, well, right here. They're in like a kind of octagon kind of looking thing. So maybe it's DLC for this cloud or something like that. I don't know anything about that, but if you guys do, you know, just leave it down below. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully it was useful for you guys, and hope to see you guys in the next one. I'll see y'all later. Thank you for watching. Bye. Hey!